lounge downstairs. Please join us in Gallery 6, which is to the right of the entrance downstairs. Have a drink and you can share and discuss also with our collectors here.
Today, it is due to the 4th Pavan Foundation pillars. First is schools of art, second is the artists, the creators, the collectors who are the admirers, the people who created the market for art, the dealers, the galleries and the auction houses like Christie. As a collector, when I delved deep into the Indian art, I realized that over the years, a lot of books and printed materials have been written and published on the first two pillars, schools of art and artists. However, there was never been an effort made to give recognition to the pioneers and patrons of Indian art, that is the collectors. The idea came about to salute these collectors, who are indeed the visionary benefactors of Indian art, through a coffee table book which will be the doorway into the mystical world of art collection. Over the years, the collectors have performed a multiple function of patronage. There was a time when most of the artists, in spite of their talent, creativity and hard work, didn't get enough recognition for their efforts. At this critical juncture, the creators and the admirers of Indian art came together and joined hands. Thus emerged a complementary team which took Indian art forward. Friends, we have paid a humble tribute to 27 such actors through this book, but there are equally more passionate collectors who will remain anonymous. The book is also a tribute to all the collectors present in this august audience. Ladies and gentlemen, good art is timeless. I hope this book enriches generations of readers and leaves them with an abiding interest in modern and contemporary Indian art. In the end, I would like to tell an American art collector, Eddie Gennenheim, who once said, "Today is the age of collecting, not only creating. Let us at least now represent to the masses all the great writers that we have." Thank you.
It's nice to be at the Mecca of art, New York City. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Most collectors compare themselves to mountaineers who do their utmost to reach the highest peaks. The exhilaration of finally owning a rarity is similar to attaining a summit. We felt the same on the completion of this stupendous tomb. My friend Purrshottam just highlighted the genesis. The foundation was laid by the very idea of showcasing the collectors and their collection to the world. But every foundation needs a structure, a beautiful shape, and finally an installation. The book went through this creative process. In compiling the list of art collectors, it was important to focus on those men and women who are true Afrikaners. Then began the process of entering the elitist and the esoteric private world of art collection. The collectors were a little difficult, a little reluctant, and very, very private in bringing their collected works. The collectors in the audience will relate to this sentiment, as the idiosyncrasies and the mysteries of collecting are somewhat similar here and in India. Ladies and gentlemen, it's kind of fun to do the impossible. Once convinced, they started not only to share their eclectic collection, but also interesting anecdotes of the journey and the quest for collecting contemporary Indian art. The cascade of appreciation from collectors who have contributed in this piece of art are business honchos, NRIs, foreigners, and some reclusive patrons of art who have been collecting modern and contemporary Indian art for past many years. Art expresses itself in many creative ways, from the spunky optimism with which one lives one's life to the unfettered aesthetic exuberance with which one does the first of its kind book. Crafted with precision, grit, and endless passion, I wish it is hailed as an enduring object the art in this part of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, indulge.
Absolutely honoured of unveiling the book. That's it. Umesh and Mahinda, would you like to join? Ravi. His wife is here. Virginia is also Virginia. Please take it again. Oh.
my pride about it. I might become emotional, but when India Festival was here, first time, it's almost, I guess, like Mr. Mishra, who was the biggest appointee of government, and right to the show up and we had a dinner together. Mr. Mishra and we were talking about, my children were just born that day, and I 2 days before that, and I was invited to attend this occasion to celebrate India Festival. My conversation with Pupul Jacob and Mr. Mishra at that point was that when I go to Italy and look at Italy, and when I go to India, Ellora, Vijayanagara, Andra, everywhere, and I look at the art, and always say this word. When I was in Ajanta, Ellora, I have said this to many art historian friends of that. If Michelangelo and Leonardo would do it, they will be having tears in their eyes. Look at these unknown people who have left us this incredible gift, incredible, and I want to meet those forefathers of mine. I do not know their name, nothing. Vijayanagara, I was saying it, Spielberg and one of the wealthiest men were next to me. I would want them to get this incredible gift created by my world to know. Italy has done it all to preserve their art. They have created incredible for them, and that was my point to them, that we should create great books of our heritage, our art. India has learned, but it's never been at least brought out in that. This is my dream, and when I see now creations, this is one of the great books that I've seen. Way authors talked about, that would be beginning of a new India, new world. We are all not divided by India and America. A new book came out called Fathers and Sons. And the first time they have at least put me into it. And words have the same statement that I'm a proud Indian who has lived abroad. But to me, America, the blessings and the gifts I've received are unparalleled. And I think the Indians who have gone to India made India very different. And I hope that conversation will continue with enormous growth. And I wish grace for this book and many more books to come.
One question. Can I buy?
It can be signed by all the members here.
One more thing that I would like to add is this is a limited edition book and each certificate today. So there are copies, and that's been a big success in India. We just launched it in this part of the world.
The galleries are open. Please enjoy the art. Thank you all for coming.